Happy Fortunes. I am Natalie, and I'm here to do, for the second time around, the mid-month reading for April 2019 for the sign of Pisces. Yeah, it's Pisces. I already did you guys once, and I went to set everything up to start editing, and the whole thing got messed up, and the reading just went poof, gone. Anyway, so I've had to do it again. So sorry about that. No smudge. For these mid-month readings, I've run out of ingredients, and I have to wait for the weather to clear and more snow and ice to get clear within the parameters of the trees so that I can harvest some more ingredients. It's the way it goes. It's the first time I've done readings, mids or monthlies, and didn't have a smudge to put up. It feels very odd. But I am burning, and you can see it looks like a forest fire inferno behind me. It's only 2 wicks. My intuitive candle burning right here from intuitivecandles.com. This is brand new. I just lit it. And this one's called Wisdom. It's one of the new scents that they came out for spring. There was 3. There was Cherry Almond, which is to die for. And the second one, Fresh Spring, that I just finished today. And now we have Wisdom. And if you're new to Intuitive Candles, these are 100% soy-based candles. 2 wicks, a good 40-hour plus clean burn on them. Easy wipe up if you have any spillage. It's not like paraffin wax. This stuff washes right up. A little bit of dishwash, soap and warm water. Cleans right up beautifully. Even comes out of your clothes. I've made the mistake of splattered, right? Drop something in it. But when the wax melts down, here's the beauty. It's not just the beauty of the camera and the candle, and the smell of the candle, but you receive a beautiful reveal. When the wax starts to melt down, you'll see the tinfoil winking up at you, and when you can safely retrieve it, and you open it up, you're left with gorgeous, gorgeous reveals. I'm not wearing anything now. I'm half in my pajamas here, so I can get you guys done. It's 11:41 p.m. Where are all my stones and gems? They're way over there. You get trees of life and crystals, stones, gems, semi-precious stones, wrapped crystals like amethyst. They're beautiful. They're gorgeous. Pendulums. This is Felicia. So yeah, go to intuitivecandles.com if you're so inclined to order one. They're addictive. You have one, you want to get another one, and the anticipation waiting for the wax to melt down. In one way, you want it to melt down fast to get to the reveal. In other ways, you don't ever want it to melt down, so you can continue to enjoy the very beautiful candle itself. They are running they have been for the last few months, promotional special. If you use the promo code when you place your order, BOFF10, and it represents Bay of Fundy Fortunes and the number 10, and it will get you 10% off your total order. They also ship internationally, all over the world. So it doesn't matter where you are. If you want it, hey, they'll send it out to you. No problem at all. Go to intuitivecandles.com. All right. So let's get into your shuffle. Again, for those that are new, this is for your sun sign, rising sign, and moon sign. This is also a 5-card spread. First card is your overall energy. Second card is your wealth and romance. Third card is your hearth, your home, family, friends, your intimate love. Fourth card, your challenges for the rest of April. And your fifth card is your message from Spirit. Also, these are general readings. Anybody new to the tarot community here on YouTube, all these readings that you see from all these readers with their channels, they're all free readings on the channel. And they may or may not resonate with you at all. It depends, right? If you want a reading that's going to resonate 100% with you and nobody else, just for you, you'd require a personal reading. Okay? So don't get mad if none of this makes any sense to you. You also have to remember, everybody, that tarot reading is a form of fortune telling. And fortune telling is all about the telling of the future. So some things may not make sense. I suggest you come back at the end of the month, and if you want to take the time and listen to the reading again and to see what came out. Okay, that's how you do that. You come back and you see what resonated with you. It may not resonate now, but it may later. It just hasn't happened yet. That happens a lot. Okay. One more run. And then I'm going to pull Felicia and consult with her to see if these are indeed your cards. I'm cutting the deck now. I always consult with my pendulums. I know they don't always say yes. Lilith took a walk. Did I say that at first? She's disappeared on me. I don't know where she went. She's pissing me off, though. She took a vacay and didn't ask me. I don't get to have a vacay. Okay, Felicia, as this deck stands at the top, 5 cards, the cards that are meant for this public free general reading for the sign of Pisces, mid-April 2019. Are these the cards that are meant for this general public reading for Pisces for mid-April 2019? She gave me a big fat straight yes without any hesitation. I'll take it. That, you can go to sleep now. There for the night. Okay. Let's get this show on the road. Where's my selenite? There it is. I can't read without it. All right. You're very... Oh, my goodness. The Wheel of Fortune and Destiny. This is your overall energy for the next 2 weeks. Holy shamoly. Second card, your wealth and your finances. Judgment and self-reflection. Third card, your hearth, your home, family, friends, and intimate love. The Eight of Cups. Change. What a recurring card. This is always showing up. It's one of those cards. It shows up all the time. And other cards, you go for months and not see them. The fourth card, your challenges, should there be any, and yes, there will be. You've got the Lovers and Choices. And the final card, card number 5, your message from Spirit. We've got the King of Pentacles, and he's all about trust. Wow. Nice. Too much junk. There's not enough room. This is your mid-month spread right here. I'm glad you got this first. I'm really glad you got that first. Your overall energy, oh wow. Really nice. Nice, 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 nice. I'll bring you in a bit more. Look, I've tested the sound. I tested the video. Put it through an audio and video test. And everything sounded great to me. If you guys are having a problem hearing, there's nothing I can do about it. I'm sorry. So anyway, let's get right into the reading here. I'm going to knock those on the floor. I've got a huge trestle table. This sucker is at least 5 feet long and, well, about 3 feet wide. And I got the whole table covered here, and I don't know how it happened. Well, I got binoculars. I've got 2 cameras on the table. Got all my, oh my God. Anyway, it bugs me. It just bugs me because I'm a, they say a sign of a genius is a messy desk. That's me. Very first card, Pisces. This is beautiful. The Wheel of Fortune. The Wheel of Fortune. Overall energy. I'm so glad this landed right in the first because it really makes the rest of the month follow suit. Falls into a good place. It really, truly does. But this card, when it shows up, because it is the card of destiny, all of a sudden your life gets this. You feel like things are twisting and being turned. But it's an uplifting energy. It's a boost. Most areas of your life are going to get a boost, and it may come on quite suddenly. Here's what you need to do. You don't need to panic. You don't need to scramble. You don't need to do anything, really. All you need to do is to allow yourself to be led by destiny. That's all you need to do. That's very simple. It sounds simple, but if you're a control freak or you like to be in control, you believe that you're in control, well, that's a different thing altogether. But at the very least, you'll be left with a feeling of optimism. Turning of things, that's what that turning and twisting was about. Things are changing. Well, the times, they are changing, right? But allow destiny to lead you to where you're supposed to go. Um, some of you have got some decisions that you're going to have to make. And because this card is here and is changing the atmosphere, is changing the vibrations, is changing the energy, all for the better, by the way, um, you're going to have some really great decisions that you have to make. And they're going to turn into great opportunities. The choices and decisions that you make, you may be a little nervous about. We all are. About making the wrong choice, making the wrong decision, this sort of a thing. But yours are going to be good. You don't have to worry about that. Wow. Great changes coming up for some of you. Any of you have the gift of clairvoyance as well? That's going to be heightened. Like I said, the energies and the vibrations, the atmosphere, everything is changing and coming up another notch. It's not stepping sideways out of the loop. It's not drop. It's being raised. More heightened awareness overall. But in the best of ways, this card applies to you. The advice of the card is for you to know that the wheel is sometimes more about, well, usually it's more about doing for others, but it's also about receiving. You have to be able to receive. See, I have a problem with that. People, I've learned to just not argue with people when they want to do things for me. And I was always uncomfortable with that. I don't know why. I just was. I didn't want people going out of their way. I didn't want people spending their hard-earned money on me. I didn't want, you know what I mean? And I still feel that way, like there's an inward cringe that goes on and says, Natalie, I'm doing this for you. I'm doing that for you. Let me do this for you. And there's an inward cringe, and it's very, very strong. But we have to learn to receive. So what I do now, rather than argue with people, give them a rough time about it, they'll never know the gratitude that's in the heart, right? So now I just say, oh, okay. I'm getting used to it, but I still cringe inside, and that's something nobody sees. But the gratitude goes from here and beyond into infinity. Like, I'm always very touched by that. But at the same time, I'm uncomfortable taking anything. You know what I mean? I'm sure a lot of you do. Enjoy this time that's about to come upon you. The last couple weeks here. It's a beautiful card. Allow yourself to feel the gratitude. And you know you're receiving good fortune. This is good fortune that's being bestowed upon you. And make sure and put up the gratitude to the universe, the source, your creator, whatever you refer to. And make sure you put out that gratitude and do it with emotion and feeling. It'll just bring more beautiful things into your life. This is very beautiful. There's a lot of good stuff coming your way. The advice of the card's real simple. Don't overthink it. Don't dissect it. Anything that's coming your way. That goes from, when I say it, I mean all these good things coming your way. They come singularly and separately, but don't overthink it. Don't overlook it. Don't over-examine it. Don't turn. Accept it, and then go with the flow. It's easy. Let go and go with the flow just to see what happens. Humor the universe. All right, okay. Okay, I'll just sit back here and let you take the lead, and I'll follow. And the signs and the hints, the direction will be obvious to you. Go ahead and follow it. Your keywords are fate and luck, the unexpected, in the best ways. It's really exciting. Movement, changes, crossroads, and clairvoyance. Look for the signs. They're going to be there for you. What a great card. Second card, your wealth and finances. Some of you, please remember this general reading, but some of you, you may be looking back, because it is about looking back. It's self-reflection, looking at yourself and what you could have done differently. Your finances may not be where you expected them to be at this time. You were doing a countdown through the months, and you had a goal to reach, and you didn't quite make it. So you're reflecting on Where did I go wrong? What did I do? I took a wrong turn somewhere. You can't, once you've done, some things in life can be undone. You can go back and undo some things, and some things in life, those things that cannot be undone that we wish we could undo, end up being regrets. And regrets, to me, they're like a freaking cancer that keep coming back to haunt you, and there's nothing you can do to change it, except try to find a way to live with the mistakes that we make. Do you know what I'm saying? I need a drink of water, guys. I'll be 1 second. I'm just going to pause for a moment here. Sorry. Okay, so I'm back. Sorry about that. You got quite the surf up there tonight. I opened the door and it's just pounding down there on the beach. Unbelievable. So this card finds you turning over any stones you find that have not been turned over yet. If somebody's about to make a change in their life, and what you're doing is you don't want to leave any stone unturned. You don't want to leave any loose ends. You're just taking stock before moving on. So you're doing a lot of reflecting, and you're stumbling a bit in your mind because you're having a few little self-doubts on different issues, and you're thinking to yourself, did I do the right thing? What's the longevity of that decision? How long will that hold? It's going to hold as long as I want. And you're second guessing yourself, and you shouldn't be doing that. The way things are, the way they worked out, the way they panned out, they are what they are. You have to, struggle to accept that and say, okay, all I can do is just hope for the best from here on out, that I did everything right. But there's some self-doubt, a lot of self-reflection. It goes a lot deeper than what I'm able to tell you. It goes deep. It runs deep. I'm getting that. There could still be something left undone. And you may have to go to somebody from a long time ago. I don't know what that is, guys. But from a long time ago, I see somebody taking it's like a journey, going back and finding a person in particular, or even a place that's particular to you. And going back, if it's a person, there's some very serious conversation going on. You're trying to gain some knowledge about something, and this person has the knowledge. I just heard it could come with a price. I don't know what that means, but it could cost you. Cha-ching. It could cost you. There's something here that could, it's not going to break the bank. It's not going to impoverish you. It's almost like extortion. Somebody's saying, yeah, I know this and I know about that. Well, why should I just hand that over to you? What's it worth to you? And you got your back against the wall. You may have to fork over some money, because this person is just the way they are. So they look at everything in life as business. It's nothing personal. It's just business. Bit of a jerk, right? Not real ethical. That sort of a thing. What they'll tell you is the truth and the information you want to know, but it's going to cost. They're not going to just give it to you for free. I don't know what that's all about, but that's meant for somebody out there. Yeah, there's a lot of second guessing going on. You're looking back at decisions that you made now, and you're going, man, did I do the right thing? After the fact, in hindsight, did I do the right thing? Unfortunately, you can't go back and undo what you did. So you have to wait it out. And what's worse can happen if you find out that you went the wrong way on something. You'll learn to fix it, you'll learn to live with it, and you'll learn what? One huge ass lesson. And it's those big lessons, it's the negative ones, the bad lessons that we like, all that hurt. They're the ones that are the richest lessons of all, that you'll never forget, and you won't make a second time because of the impact, and they kind of scar a little bit. Those are your lessons. Each scar is a lesson, right? Also at this time, this is a spiritual card as well. Well, just look at it, right? And the tarot's bringing forward, because this is partially a spiritual card, we all have angel guides, and yours are going to be closer than normal. Feeling a connection with those in the spirit world, and most of it is your loved ones that have passed on before you. It's almost like between the angels and the spirit guides and your love, that there's like a fortress built around you for a little bit. You're going to notice having some kind of strange luck for somebody. That's what I'm hearing. And you're having strange luck, but on the other hand, everything's coming real easier than what you expected. Any goals that you had, the direction you're going in, your plans, they're all going a little bit smoother than expected. Why? Because of that fortress that's built around you. You're under protection. You might as well say from the universe. Has you under protection. You're being favored. There's a reason for that too. I think it's to give you more belief, to really solidify your connection with the universe. The universe is loving you and saying, we're here. We're here for you, like we are for everybody else. We're here. Just turn to us. Trust us. So there's a lot of that inwardly going on, but it's outwardly, it's otherworldly. It's the connection that we make. When I say universe, that includes every entity, every living thing, every spirit, everything. It's omni. It's one. We're one in spirit. So that's what I mean when I say the universe. You may call it God, you may call it Allah, you may call it whatever you call it. Everybody's different. Some call it just the source. Okay? I don't know why I'm so dry. Dry tonight. The advice of this card for you is this is the time to begin really, really lifting your fear and accepting a growth spurt that you're about to go through, or that's coming at you. You can almost smell the change coming, and you know that there's nothing you can do about it. Even if you're nervous about it, there's nothing you can do. It's an unstoppable force. This is destiny. This is what I mean by signs and destiny. When you say, I can't even think of how I could change what's about to happen. Wow. You don't have any say. You're being led at that point. Please try to remember that when it goes down, for those of you that this does apply to. And it does apply to some of you. You're also looking back, and one of these things that you're doubting about that you did in the past, did you do the right thing? Did you go the right way? You're looking at giving somebody the possibility of a second chance. And that could be romantically. It could have been somebody you were involved with before. This sort of a thing. It could be somebody you were in business dealing. This could be a family member you've been on the outs with, but you're looking at giving somebody a second chance that had somehow burnt you in some way in the past, or they got your nose out of joint somehow, some way. But you're looking at giving them a second chance. Or even trying a situation that you tried earlier before and it didn't pan out real well, and where things have changed recently and they're changing now, you're giving that a second look and saying, maybe I ought to give that a second chance. Maybe I ought to try it again. Maybe now's the right time. And that's a serious thing for you to consider. And I can't answer that, and Tarot's not answering it, and Spirit's not bringing forth any message on that, which means this is a voyage of self-discovery, and you've got to rest on your own laurels, okay, to get through some stuff, to move forward. And you know what it's going to do in the bigger picture? It's going to build your confidence up like it's never been built before. There are going to be some things about yourself that you're darn sure about that you weren't before. Any self-doubts, they're just floating off and dissipating into Neverland. You know, if you've made mistakes in the past and you say there's no way to look at that other than it is what it is, I made a bad choice, I made a bad decision, don't be so hard on yourself. That's what tarot wants you to know. Don't be beating yourself up over mistakes or things you may have done wrong. You're acknowledging them, you're aware of them, and being aware is the first step to rectifying things, even if it's just rectifying within yourself. Because tarot wants you to know, don't be hard on yourself. You did what you did in that moment at that time you thought was right. And now you're going back and you're getting a second look and you're groaning going, I shouldn't have done that. Rectify it and then put it to bed and put it to rest and leave it there. Don't beat yourself up over it. Universe wants you to be kind to yourself. Your keywords for this card are contemplation and guilt, judgment, doing a review, second chances, spirituality, and memories. All right, this sounds really, really like, I don't know, it just seems too obvious to me, but this is what I heard. If this had to do with money because it fell into your financial sector, you may be feeling like you gained money that really wasn't yours, the way it all came about. Well, if it bothers you that much, go even the score. That's all I got to say about that. Third card, here comes the change. Here comes the change. Eights are all about changes in tarot, and this is double whammy because that's a prompt on the card, is change itself. You need to know that when the change starts to take place in your life, it doesn't mean like your whole life is turned upside down in a heartbeat, but it means a significant area of your life is about to go through change. That could be work related, that could be where you live. You see, that changes something in your life and it's major, especially if you're changing jobs or relationships, ending or beginning. These are changes. But this is more about leaving things behind. That's where the change takes place. Of you going in this direction, and what's part of you right now is being left behind. So there's tarot is telling you that now is the time to take your lead, your leave. Sorry, your lead. Something you do with a dog. Tarot wants you to know that for some of you, this is now the time to take your leave and to move on and to move forward. For some of you, you've already been planning this out. Other commitments that you had have already been ended and severed. There's very little drama. So even if you're leaving a relationship, it's a quiet goodbye. It's a quiet goodbye and moving on, Pisces. You're saying a quiet goodbye to a lot when you leave and you're growing and you're moving forward. Some for you, a lot of you, that this applies to, it's going to be a physical move, physical change, big move coming up here, big move. You have a journey in front of you. And for some on the lesser end of the scale, you could just need a change in scenery is what you're looking for. A new location to live, maybe. Or you could satisfy yourself because you're feeling restless, maybe, and maybe you're looking for other possibilities of where you could live and where you could grow, where you could thrive, and you take short trips away, maybe every weekend you take a little jaunt. Let's go check out that town. Let's go check out that city. Let's go check out that neighborhood. This sort of a thing. So it's not overnight change, you see. These are gradual changes. Gradual. And that's a good thing. The advice of the card is real simple. And this revolves around your personal life, as personal as it gets. But for some of you, you're just as simple to follow your heart and move forward. Follow your heart. There again, we have destiny coming into play, and destiny is tugging at your heart and trying to wake you up and trying to pull you in a certain direction. Follow the direction your heart's pulling in and just keep following. Keywords here are endings and departures and journeys, movement, transitions, and it could be simple as travel and vacations as well. One degree to another, life changes or monetary changes, momentary changes, not monetary. These are outward changes that you can see physically, other people can see physically, but the biggest changes going on is what's going on inside of you and the impact it's having that nobody else can see. There's a lot of inner reflection going on. Like I said, self-judgment and trying to deal with that and put it to rest. We have to harden up a bit inside and tell ourselves, I did what I thought was right at the time, and here's the results later. And I must live with this. You're only human. You went by with the information gathered, the facts that you had in order to call and make a call on a decision of some kind. Go back and think back at that time where you were in that moment. You may come out of that feeling better and say, okay, I understand why I did what I did now. Even though I made a mistake, I didn't feel that at the time. It felt like the right way to go. And then you can just let it go. Don't be so hard on yourself, Pisces. Don't do that to yourself. Don't bruise your inner spirit over a mistake that you made. Okay? Now, we're looking at challenges here. And this card, the overall common meaning of this card is usually affairs of the heart. But some of you are reaching a real serious turning point in your life. See what I mean? It's all flowing together. Some of you are leaving. You really, truly, truly are. You're leaving. Some of you could be buying a home, a new home. You're looking to buy a new home. You're looking for some kind of a big ticket investment into your future, and buying a home is part of that. That's one way. Some of you are going to be physically moving as well and looking for a new place to live because you're transferring for work. You've applied for a job and you've been hired, but you have to physically move in order to have that job. And others are, like I said, you're transferring maybe to another city, another town. So there's a lot of stuff like that going on. Some choices may not be that straightforward, and you may have to do a little bit of digging, a little bit of biding your time, waiting to see what's going to manifest. Some things are out of our control, and we're left to just sit and wait, and that's okay if you do. In commitments and relationships, you're going to do one or two things for some of you. Remember, it's general reading. This has to do with personal relationships. When you have mates and you have a boyfriend, girlfriend, husband, wife, partners, one or two things will happen for those of you that this applies to. You're reaching a point in your relationship. This is for people who have been together for a while. You're either going to commit and you're going to close the bond up so that it's sealed, never to be broken between you. And if you don't do that, then you need to walk away. That's what it's come down to. It's either or. You either commit and you bond with the other person, or you walk away. Now's the time to do it. The perfect time to do it. This is the time you will have the least drama to deal with. It's just the way everything is and where it's placed in the placements right now. If you wait, it may not be that cut and dry, and it may not be all that easy. For those of you that are single right now, there may be new love coming into your life, a new serious relationship, which is, I'm feeling, I heard the word legitimate, whatever that means for somebody. It's legit. That's what I heard. And this could lead to long-term relationships for some. I'm just trying to get that. I'm hearing for somebody, new relationship, which leads to the first step to the rest of your life with them. Somebody to share your life with, and they share with you. For somebody, this could be a relationship like you've never had before. So it stands apart, and it's special in its own way. The advice of this card is for you right now. Any choices and decisions that you have to make during the last 2 weeks of April, Pisces, is to make your choices based on the long-term results, the bigger picture. Don't go in for instant fixes, because what do I say? You hear me say it all the time. Instant fixes only fix things for an instant, and then you're right back where you started from, only you've lost time, precious time. So do things the proper way the first time. Take the long way, because it's the sure way. You're not second guessing anything if you're doing it by proper protocol, step by step by step. It takes a little longer to get there, but the final result, the bigger picture, the long term, it looks absolutely wonderful. So putting in the extra work, the extra time, the extra passion, the extra patience is going to pay off for you in the long run. It truly will. Don't let yourself be distracted by other people and their ideas and their plans either. Might be the threat there throwing you off kilter a little bit. Don't let that happen. This is a card about love and commitment, about future plans and maturity, relationships, emotions, and separation for some. The final card in your reading, we have the King of Pentacles and Trust, and this is your message from Spirit. I tell everybody, and I'm telling you guys too at this time, you need to learn to trust more in the universe. But sometimes we're dropping the ball, we're forgetting about the involvement of the universe. We just forget all about it in our moments. And it takes big commitment and habitual practice of always being connected and always being aware of the universe. Even I slip. You know, I'm as logical and down to earth as a person as you could meet. If you didn't know about, you know, me doing tarot, you would never guess. But inside of me, the universe is in me as I is in the universe, as I am in the universe. And I live my life because I know it's true. I live my life under the microscope of the universe. I'm one of these people, I can't do anything wrong. I can't do anything out of anger. I can't do anything bad. I can't be naughty. I can't cheat. I can't skip things. I can't manipulate. I can't, because it comes back on me within 24 hours. I swear to you it does. I don't even tempt fate anymore, and I don't tempt the universe, and I don't. Do I get mad? All the time. Do I get frustrated? Hell yes. Do I get angry? Yes. And I always ask the universe, please forgive me for that. I am human. I'm weak and I'm frail and I'm not perfect. Oh my goodness. But I don't go out of my way to hurt people or to do things that are wrong. If I'm doing something wrong, it's for my own selfish reasons, and therefore I'm the one that pays the price when the hammer comes down for trying to get away with something I should have known better than to try to get it. I'm not talking about breaking the law. I'm just talking about stupid things, cutting corners for myself, you know. Well, I'm just going to vacuum through the whole house. I'm not going to touch a broom. I'm just going to do this real quick. I'm going to make some shortcuts. And then the damn vacuum breaks, and it breaks open, and there's dust everywhere. I'd already dusted. Normally, I'd wait and do the dusting at the end, right? After the dust is settled, after vacuuming and sweeping. That's how I do it. That's the last thing. I make sure everything's shiny and there's no dust collected on it when I'm being fussy. And here now I've got dust from, as they say, asshole to appetite. He's just, this is the kind of thing. I can't think of any other examples right now. Don't you hate when that happens? And I know once I shut the camera off, I'm gonna come up with 6 or 7 different examples I could have used on stupid things that I should have not taken the shortcut. I should have followed protocol, and now I'm paying for this, and I've got nobody to blame but me. So I live my life as much as I can under the microscope of the universe. I am not, I'm no different than you or anybody else at all. And I am imperfect. But that's okay. I'm okay with that. I hope it makes me an interesting person and gives some depth to my soul and depth to my personality. To admit that, I don't like it. We all want to be right about everything all the time. We don't have to be. There are times I say, I know I'm right about this, and I wish to heavens I was wrong. Prove me wrong. You know, I have no problem saying I'm sorry when I need to say I'm sorry. I don't like it. I'm like the Fonz off of Happy Days. Remember him when he had to apologize at any time? He'd be stumbling. I'm sorry. You know, it's like that. It's so hard to admit to it. But you know what? Being humbled never killed anybody. It doesn't always come at us in the most pleasant circumstances. Usually if we're feeling humbled, 9 out of 10 times it's because it's been placed on us and we stand with our head down and we're sorry. And other times being humbled comes in a very beautiful way, an unspoken way, a way that words can't describe. If people are showing their love for you and you didn't expect it, that would be very, very humbling. Somebody going out of their way to do something beautiful for you, something kind for you, kind and generous and thoughtful, and you put your head down and say, what did I do to deserve this? That's being humbled. It can be beautiful. Either way, it works for you. Even the negative side of it works. It's lessons learned, right? This is a card about ambition. This is a card about trust, protection, commitment to projects, commitment to relationships. This card sees some of you being very, very loyal to the end. If this is an actual person or somebody that you think you may know, to best describe him, he's a very powerful business owner usually, or a leader of some kind, and he's not afraid to roll his sleeves up and become hands-on with whatever is going on around him. He's that type of person. He can wear, you know, the tie and the three-piece suit, or he can strip all that off, roll the sleeves up, drop to his knees, and start doing whatever needs to be done. Very down-to-earth person. Somebody that's on your side, somebody that you know, or could be you. As the U card, this card represents a lot of love and generosity coming your way and coming from you. This is working both ways here for you. And any gains that are shared here in your life, there's going to be enough for you to be generous and to share with those that need a helping hand, a pick-me-up, but it's going to be shared with those that you love. The advice of this card: protect what is yours. All right? Set your boundaries and put yourself first. And if you turn around and there's somebody there that's struggling that you can see, give them a hand up. You don't have to give them a hand out. Give them a hand up so that they're standing on their own 2 feet, whatever that is, right? That's your job. That's what's requested from the universe, is requested from you, to give somebody a hand up. You're in the position to do it, do it. But at the same time, You get to enjoy the rewards of any success that you create for yourself. The rewards are coming. They are there. Your final words in this reading for you guys. Keywords are money, protection, power, loyalty, stability, leadership, and commitment, as much to yourself as there is to those that matter in your life. So that was your reading. This video better turn out, or I'm going to be apologizing because you won't get any reading at all. I'm not doing it 3 times. No way. But the first time, I couldn't tell you what the cards were. I don't remember. The video's completely gone. I don't know what happened to the system. But anyways, I hope you enjoyed the reading, and I'm really wishing that it leaves you with a sense of hope for a better tomorrow, a better next week, whatever. Some of this stuff will overflow right into May. So just know that if you wanted a personal reading, look right below this video window where it shows the Show More section. Click on it, open it, read it, grab my email, send it off, and I'll get you taken care of it just as soon as I can. And also, if you're not allergic to Facebook or you're not a hater of Facebook, which I don't know, I would say a good 85–90% of the public just has no use for Facebook anymore. But we are there. All right, I'm not anywhere else, but we are there. And we are under groups, under Bay of Fundy Fortunes. And the beautiful thing is it's closed and it's private and it's just for people like you and like me. It's a very Zen-like place. You learn something new every day. There's some beautiful things that go on with the beautiful spirits that occupy the space. I think that's about it for now. If anybody's looking for me, don't find me here. Usually find me down below at the cove, walking on the beach along the water's edge to bring the highest, mightiest, most beautiful tides on the whole planet. Google it, the Bay of Fundy. I've been telling people, if you go on YouTube and you type in Canada on the edge, and then right behind that, type in Bay of Fundy Fortunes, and there's a whole, not Bay of Fundy Fortunes, but drop the fortunes. Canada on the edge, Bay of Fundy. Type that in, look it up, and it shows why we have the highest tides in the world. We have a bowl-shaped coast, which has a lot to do with it. And it's all aerial shots of my whole area that I live in, and there's even shots of where I live here right on the coast. So it's quite interesting for those of you, because I know a lot of you guys say, you come back and you go, I Googled Bay of Fundy. Oh my goodness, you know. So go ahead and knock yourself out and do that if you got a few minutes to kill. It's a pretty good program. It's not very long. So anyways, yeah. If you're looking for me, well, I've always got one eye watching the next tide. Right now, the surf is up and the tide's in, and she's putting up quite a storm. We've got a little bit of rain coming down. I may go out and I may video that, maybe upload it to YouTube if I can do that. I don't know, but I could try. Anyway, because my systems are screwed up here. Anyways, please keep the peace in so you can share that love, that light out with the world. And you know me, I always promote doing one small little good thing for another human being every day, no matter how small it is. That has the biggest impact. And if you bring somebody some inner warmth, if you get a little smile out of somebody or a little gleam in their eye by something small you may have done, if they nod at you and acknowledge you holding the door open, anything like that, then you've done your part for humanity today, and good for you. All right? Because that's what it's all about. We're all here for each other. In a perfect world, I know. But we can try. And while we're trying, at least we're not going backwards. We're moving forward. Thank you so much for being here. I wish you the best in the last part of April. You got a lot of good stuff coming. Let destiny lead the way. I hope to see you all back here for the May monthly readings. Goodbye for now.